My name is Samantha Mills. I'm a third-year student in the University of Waterloo majoring in Rhetoric, Media, and Communication Studies. Because I'm still a student, the highest level of education I'll have completed would be my high school degree back in 2014. My current employment status is a student, but the last job I held was at Ontario Power Generation, or OPG, where I scheduled meetings on a bi-weekly and weekly basis, serving the international team and the company-wide team respectively. I also edited training modules and edited manuals and made sure that everything was up to standard. The earliest I could start this position would be April 31st, and the latest I could stay would be August 31st. And many factors depend on whether or not I could stay 8 months. My financial position and my co-op program's expectation, due to the fact that I have 3 co-op terms and my expectations for graduation only required 4, I'm not sure what the policy would be for extra hours, but if that was not an issue, then yes, I would gladly consider an 8-month contract. The lowest expectation my salary could be is, in accordance to my co-op degree again, would have to be the Canadian minimum wage, which is currently $14 an hour. I'd like to go to Hong Kong due to an interest to return to the East Asian area, since I spent a summer in Thailand on an elephant reserve, and I deeply enjoyed that. I enjoyed the culture, I enjoyed the food, and it would be great if I could return to that area. Specifically, I'd like to work for Book Talk, due to the fact that stories have had a great impact in my life. They've shaped my career, they've helped me discover who I am, and it's a life goal of mine to share those stories with the world. I've worked with children a lot over the years, whether it's been at a group home, babysitting twin 2-year-olds, whether it's been looking after children for friends, relatives, clients. I've worked with many ages in many various settings. I've also worked as a camp counselor for girls ranging from 6 to 12. And all of these factors have led me to develop the patience, resolve, and love for children that would definitely make me up for the challenge. As someone who loves to travel, I've been to a lot of different places. I've been to Thailand, I've been to the United States, I've been to Mexico, I've been to England, and I've been all throughout Canada, both south, north, east, and west. I am also capable of working Saturdays and overtime. No problem whatsoever. And now, I'm going to tell you all a quick story about me. So, as you know, I'm from Canada, and in Canada, it gets so cold. The type of cold that makes your hair freeze on end, it makes you shiver and shake. Now, in Canada, we have an interesting way to travel in the winter. It was invented a long, long time ago, before trains and cars and even horses came to our country. Do you know what it is? It's called dog sledding. It's where you hook up a bunch of dogs on harnesses to a sleigh, and they pull it like horses. And they go so fast across the snow. Now, I've only been in dog sledding once, and it was fun, but it didn't go very well. Do you know why? Well, now, the most important thing about a dog sled is, of course, the dogs. Now, you can't have dogs that are too small or too big. You also can't have dogs that are too slow, or in my case, you can't have dogs that are too fast. See, the dogs on my team had all been very well rested before they went onto my sled. So by the time that they got hooked up, they were ready and raring and excited to go, and as soon as we were out the gate, they were just gone. And I was barely able to keep up with them. They would go left and right, and I would hang on to the handle as hard as I could, and my feet slipped out from under me, so I was just being dragged along on this sled by these crazy, crazy dogs. And finally, I managed to get back onto the sled just as they were turning really sharply through the trees, and I flew off into a snowbank. And I got up really quickly and I brushed myself off, and I looked behind me, and my sister, who had also gone on the dog sledding with me, was way back in the distance because apparently they hadn't mixed up the teams on our dog sleds. So I got all the excited dogs, and my sister got all the lazy dogs, the ones that don't really want to do anything. So by the time that we got home, I was covered in snow and my sister was frustrated, but overall it was a really fun day.